Hello! I have another video to make talking about what I'm doing, answering some questions and stuff, because I'm getting so many questions. Oh, I'm so flushed. Sorry, I just got back from bike riding. I went out for 45 minutes. I wanted to first give a huge shout out to Mandy and also Junk in the Trunk. Mandy is choosing to lose, and Junk in the Trunk. Both Mandy had made a video about cake and how she's going to eat cake, and if she wants something that's going to tide her over and make her not want to crave other stuff, she's going to have it. And I totally agree, like 150%, and Junk in the Trunk made a great response that was about trying what's right for you and finding out what does and doesn't work for your body, because that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing, it matters for what's going to work for your body. So I wanted to mention those because a lot of the questions that I get are about how do I lose weight and what should they do. And I'm so happy to tell you how I'm doing it, and I'm so happy to tell you what I think you should do. But in the end, it really matters what you will respond to. Some people need a system where it's easy, like points, like Weight Watchers, and they need the meetings and the weigh-ins and the accountability. Some people prefer Atkins, where it's very strict and very controlled, and some bodies respond way better to low-carb diets than other ones. I responded very poorly. I was low energy and unhappy the whole time I was on Atkins, and although I lost a lot of weight, I gained it back the minute that I quit. So, you know, to each person his own. We're going to have to find what works for us. So, whatever you are more inclined to, if you're better at counting calories, or if you're better at maybe going on a raw food diet, or going on a macrobiotic diet, whatever works for you is what you should be doing. So that said, what I do is I lower my calories, drink lots of water, and exercise 5 times a week. Which brings me to my next question. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm like sweaty and really, really hot from riding the bike. Okay. The next question is, how do I work out? And I usually do running. That's what I'm most inclined to do. Lately I've been doing the elliptical machine, which I really like because it burns a lot of calories and it's not a lot of strenuous activity. And in this really hot Seattle heat, running just kills me. My gym is hotter than it is outside, so if I'm going to be working out at least these last couple of weeks, and I haven't even worked out in the last weeks, it's been hot and awful, and I just haven't felt like it. Yeah, I do the elliptical because it's, to me, less strenuous than running, although I love running, and I'll definitely start up again running outside once it gets a little less hot, but it's just death. I guess I could go running at night, but I don't live in a great neighborhood, and I don't really trust it at night, so there. Especially not carrying around my iPhone to listen to as an iPod. Next question. How do I eat whatever I want? I said that in the last video. I eat whatever I want, just in moderation. That's exactly how I eat whatever I want. In moderation. When I want something sweet, I generally go for Nutella. It has like the exact same properties of peanuts, basically. Exact same calories as peanuts. I mean, peanut butter. So, it's delicious. It's hazelnut chocolate. When I was in Italy, everybody ate it all the time, and I just got really used to it. I also might have rice candy. If you've never had rice candy, it's really good. They're like little tiny sugary candies. And then I also buy these two things, which are not necessarily very good for me, but they're delicious. Chocolate Chunk, 100 calorie Right Bites, and Fudge Shop. You know these cookies? These amazing cookies that are like 400 calories for 3 cookies? Well, they come in little 100 calorie packs. So I like those because it's like eating what you would want to eat, but it's pre-moderated for you. But also, like, if I have a handful of nuts, I never just grab a handful. I have a handful and I count them. And then I look on the package and I see how many nuts are for how many calories, and divide it out and multiply by the amount of nuts I ate. And yeah, I know it sounds kind of crazy counting the nuts that you're eating, but like this many cashews is like 300 calories, so you have to be really careful. Next question. Do I work? Yes. I actually got an email message from YouTube, and I don't understand what it was saying, that if I had a job, I wouldn't be able to talk about something the way that I did. I don't know what that message was about, so if you want to comment or message me and clarify, maybe I can answer, but Yes, I work. I work a ton. I work so much that I almost never not work. But a lot of my work is really fun. In fact, I'd say 90% of what I do is really fun. I work for a continuing education company. We sell books that my mom has written, and I also represent her as her agent for going out and doing speeches and things, which she does a ton of, workshops and conferences. And I do all of the marketing and sales and graphic design and web design for that. And then I also do a web design business, and that's kind of on the side. I get maybe a project a month, project every other month. I don't really pursue it. I have never advertised the business. It's always kind of had a steady stream of work without ever having advertised it, and I'm sure if I advertised it, it would kind of go crazy, and I didn't want to work really hard this summer, so I just haven't advertised it. And I also blog. That does not make me a lot of money, a couple hundred a month, but I love it, and it's growing. It's still growing. Even now that I'm writing half as much as I used to, it's still growing, so that's good. And then outside of that, I do this, weight loss, which takes up a whole bunch of time, and I sew. I'm slowly designing a line of clothing, which is in my brain, but someday I will make patterns, and I will make a lot, and I will sell them on eBay, and I think that's very cool, or maybe even Etsy. I don't know. I haven't quite decided. And I also do independent graphic design projects, which I sell on cafepress.com, where you can, if you have any graphic design skills whatsoever, and apparently if you do not have any graphic design skills whatsoever at all, you can create stuff and then sell it through them, make a commission. So yeah, I work a shit ton, and usually I'm like doing work stuff while I'm doing other stuff. Like I'll listen to YouTube videos while I'm sewing something, or while I'm doing database entry, or while I'm coding some particularly boring page, you know. So I kind of multitask all the time. I usually eat, and while I work, I do work research and stuff while I'm exercising. Yeah. I work, trust me. The life of freelancing is that any free moments you get, you usually work more because you have all these more ideas, especially if you're an artist like I am. I need to be busy. I need to be creating a new bag or a new belt or a corset or something. You know, I'm crocheting a corset right now, and it's very cool, and it's going to look awesome over, like, you know, like a jersey long sleeve thing with jeans or something. Very hippie, Renaissance punk. Anyway, and then I guess that's it. So I don't go to work. That makes my life way easier. I work out when I want, I get up when I want, I go to sleep when I want, I do whatever I want in the order in which I want, unless my mom calls me and is like, hey, can I have this? And then I have to kind of jump to it and get her whatever she needs right then. But, yeah. So I know that I'm kind of fortunate to be able to do whatever I want whenever I want. In fact, I'm incredibly fortunate just to be able to do stuff. But I don't have any free time, ever. It's just the nature of it, and I love it. I also forgot, I have some people who wanted to see my latest projects. I know I look awful. I have to throw my hair up when I'm knitting or sewing. But anyway, I recently made this bag, which is not super stylish, but I didn't go by a pattern, so like all of this, if you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but all the stitching in the round and stuff, I just kind of had to make up. But it's a grocery bag, and you can, you know, wear it like that, and it actually expands huge. Like, it becomes this big bag, and these straps go over your shoulders. And anyway, that's really cool. I don't want to get plastic bags or paper bags. And then the shirt I just made, I actually made this from a whole bunch of scraps that I got from the cloth store. It was like 50 cents for this little square of scraps. So I actually made this shirt. It's pinned right now on the bottom, but here's the front. It's like a corset shirt, and then here's the back, and it's going to have pink straps, but it really fits nicely. You can't tell, but it fits really corset-like, but I'm altering the back right now, so this is pinned up because I want to cut out about an inch of that. I didn't want the back to come down so far, and the corset that I originally made was. So, I don't know if you can see, but it's really cute. And it fits like this. Ugh. I should show you when I'm done. And then there'll be straps, so.